Right, because I remember interviewing Chris Gotti, Irv Gotti's brother, about this.
I know Chris and Irv.
Yeah, good dudes. And they actually offered them probation. They were like, look, just plead guilty to this, lesser charge, you'll get probation, everyone could walk away. And they were like, no, we're going to fight it. We're going to fight it. We didn't do anything. And they won.
I didn't do anything. I'm not taking no time for something I didn't do. But really what they wanted was a story. And they wanted a story on Supreme. That's it. If we gave a story, we did anything. They went down to as low as no jail time, just a conviction.
A conviction with no jail time? I never even heard of this.
Yeah, they was going to give us probation.
Oh, probation. Okay, yeah, I've heard of this.
And there was probation. But we had to tell on Supreme about, and we like, what are we telling? And they swore that we have some stories to tell. And I'm like, there's no stories to tell. And when that last offer came in, I told Shagel, just tell him let's go to trial and let's see where it goes. Shagel, my lawyer, was like, Chris, you understand this? Before we do that, he said, I can't guarantee you're going to be found innocent. I said, he's like, I understand. But he said, this deal's like unheard of.
Yeah, because they didn't even have no way of showing that he got money from Supreme. I didn't see, when I was keeping up with the case, I'm looking at it from the newspaper, but they never even showed where there was even any expected money that Supreme had gave them. I see no evidence. They presented no evidence at all on Irv and them having anything to do with him other than, shooting that movie that he shot that time. But Irv and them financed that.
Right. Yeah. Even one of the jurors came out and said this whole case was bullshit.
Yeah.
I don't even know why I'm here. Well, but the YSL case is ugly. I don't know. Have you followed it at all?
A little bit. I've been keeping up with it.
Well, 28 people are indicted, including Young Thug and Gunna. Nobody is given bail. Nobody's given bond. Is that odd to you at all?
No. When we were going to court, nobody got bail.
Really?
Yeah.
Why is that?
They said we were a danger to society. They felt that we had the power to intimidate witnesses and, you could jump bail if you wanted to and leave the country.
Does that ever happen? Does anyone ever jump bail and leave the country? Have you heard of this before? You always hear about the threat of this, but
I never knew anybody that did.
That's what I'm saying. I remember even
where I'm gonna go.
Right, but we had this one interview that my man Cavario did with Big Meech from BMF, and he asked him that same question. He goes, "Why didn't you just take all your money and go somewhere where they can't extradite you?" And he said, "Well, I thought about that, but I was taking care of too many people and my family, and I couldn't take everyone with me.
Right,
I would just be able to escape myself, and I wasn't trying to do that." So, yeah, there's that. And like you said, it was witness intimidation. They're worried, or at least what they're stating, is that if we let these guys out, all the witnesses they have will ultimately
disappear. Well, you figure if you walk in the courtroom and the witness walk in the courtroom at the same time, and the witness is going to be like, he's free, to do whatever he want to do. And the rest. They don't know what he's going to do to him. And especially if they lying on him or, like so many of them do, fabricate evidence. The person might be angry. You're taking them away from their kids and their family might be dependent on them. Just like Meek said his family was dependent on them. And taking them away, putting them in jail puts their whole family at risk.
Well, yeah. No one's being given bond. 28 people are in there.
Well, those guys got guns, though, too.
Oh, it's a mess.